Pillar the news.
Nnamdi Kanu not in support of the Supreme Court judgment over Ihedioha and Uzodinma. The Nnamdi Kanu-led indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has told the Supreme Court to nullify the election of Senate Hope Uzodinma as Imo governor and order a fresh governorship election in the state. Kanu, in a broadcast via Radio Biafra on Sunday, warned that nothing short of a fresh election would be acceptable by the people. The IPOB leader said the apex court judges should respect the wishes of the people and reverse itself in the judgment or cancel 2019 election in the state. No matter what their plan is, Imo Supreme Court judgment must not stand. We are warning the whole world. I do not know who Emeka Ihedioha is. Frankly speaking, I do not care. But what happens in Imo affects everybody. It must not be allowed to stand to avoid disaster and chaos. According to Kanu, who has been broadcasting from abroad, the only reason the federal government wants to have Imo at all costs is to have the governor as stooge to perfect its secret plans in the state. It is very clear why they are not looking for another place in Biafra land, but Owerri, Kanu added. What they wish to occupy Owerri for is spiritual. Those of you who are blind in spirit cannot see that the caliphate needs Owerri very much. They believe they can strangle us. Bayelsa is not important to them. What they are looking for is Imo. I do not want people to be led astray by the judgment that was obtained in Bayelsa case, he said. Well, Nnamdi Kanu has spoken again. This is serious. Well, for someone like Nnamdi Kanu to have foreseen this, for someone like Nnamdi Kanu to be, to continue to be warning the Supreme Court over this election, he understands what is going on. He is the man of the people. He is the man who has faced a lot of difficulties in the society. He understands the government of Nigeria. He understands what they want towards the Biafran. And he understands that if the government rather tries to come to other states like the eastern states like Abia, Anambra and some other eastern states, they will never succumb to that. So that is why they have chosen somebody from one of the eastern states, which is Imo State right now, so that they will be able to penetrate into Igbo land. And for someone like Nnamdi Kanu to have rejected that offer that the election must be taken again, everybody must respect that idea. Foul. And another thing is this. If you remember vividly, when the federal government insisted that the Biafran youth should be deployed to the Nigerian army, from there, I suspect that they were looking for an advantage to push the eastern Biafran guys or Biafran people to the mouth of their prey. As in then they were like, the Easterners should join the Nigerian army in order to fight the insurgent Boko Haram. If you are in the spirit, you will understand what I'm talking about. But a lot of people didn't understand that. They were getting their understanding from another angle. of the fact that they wanted brave soldiers from the eastern parts of Nigeria, not knowing that they were trying to push the Biafran guys into the mouth of into the ends of the so-called Boko Haram, because they knew that by the time they are being pushed, the Easterners, the Biafran youth, definitely will be killed, and they were looking for a way to bring down the Easterners. But you can see the different measures the federal government is using to make sure these people calm down. But Nnamdi Kanu, the man of the people, have foreseen all this. That is the reason why he said the election must be retaken. Wow, this is getting serious. My advice right now is that the youth should be very careful. The Eastern youth, the Biafran youth, should be very careful and be watchful. No wonder nobody supported Uzodinma in this case. Nobody supported him as the governor, because the choice of the people have been Ihedioha. Now, the federal government had to forcefully put Uzodinma as the governor. Wow, a lot of youth, a lot of majority of the citizen, the majority of the indigene of Imo State did not support that Uzodinma be their leader. Wow, if you look at it in a very straight angle, you will understand why Nnamdi Kanu is supporting and warning the federal government to take the election, to retake the election. Wow, this is serious. We need prayers. We need prayers in this country, because things must not go wrong again. It must not go wrong. We have to be very careful. We pray that there won't be war in this country. That is it. So that is why we need prayers. Wow. I would like to have your take on this, and don't forget to subscribe, like, share for more updates. Thanks, and God bless.